And it is Friday, so it's time to open Mark's mailbag.
This week, sequestering Congress and teens, tests, and time. But first, unlike Sammy Hagar, a viewer who can drive 55.
We begin this week with Susan, who is not a fan of 70 miles an hour. I disagree with the proposed speed limit change on the interstate. If anything, it needs to be lowered instead of increased. Even if the speed limit was increased, it would not stop people from going way over what is posted. Speed and not wearing seatbelts are what causes injuries and deaths in highway accidents. People need to allow enough time to get where they are going without speeding. If that means leaving earlier, then by all means do it. That's what I do so that I can obey the speed limit. Next, CMH with another question. Hi Mark, I've been doing a slow boil about all this posturing in Washington. I can't help but wonder whether part of the salary cutbacks will be inflicted on members of Congress or if their lofty status makes them as exempt. It sure might move things along if they had to bear the brunt of the cuts before the rest of us are clobbered. It's as if they're hoping that if no one talks about it, they don't have to feel the pinch. Well, I for one am asking the question, and I have the answer. Last week, 2 members of the House actually introduced a bill to sequester congressional pay by the same amount as everybody else. We'll see if it passes. And finally, from Gary Ogg, as a former school principal, I enjoyed your report about sleep-deprived teenagers. Conclusive evidence shows that teenagers undergo a major shift in their circadian rhythms, causing them to fall asleep later in the evening and wake up later in the morning. The Ohio Department of Education demonstrates their ignorance of this by scheduling the high-stakes Ohio Graduation Test, OGTs, right after the daylight savings time change. It's almost as if they are setting up students for failure.
Gary, interesting point. I never made that connection. Go to WDTN.com, scroll down, and click on the Mark's Mailbag quick link to watch previous mailbags and contact me via Facebook, Twitter, email, phone, or mail.